This is the UCCS Resume Workshop. What is a resume? A resume is a summary of your experiences, abilities, and accomplishments. It should not be a list of every single thing you've done in a previous position. A resume should show your value to an employer. A resume is your first meeting with an employer, so you want to make a lasting and great first impression. Things to consider. Does it pass the 10-second test? 10 seconds is generally all the time an employer, a manager or recruiter, is going to give your resume. A great first impression makes all the difference. Resume checklist. Does the resume look original and not based on a template? You want to make sure that your resume isn't the same as somebody else's. Is the resume inviting to read with clear sections and ample white space? You don't want to fill your resume up so much that it's hard to read and hard to understand. Does the design look professional rather than like a simple typing job? You want it to actually look and represent you, so you don't want it just to be basic words on a white sheet of paper. Is a qualification summary included so the reader immediately knows the applicant's value proposition? You want to make sure that when someone first looks at your resume, they know what it is that you're trying to get, what you're trying to accomplish. Is the resume's length and overall appearance appropriate given the career level and objective? If you've had 30 years of experience in the same career field, it's perfectly acceptable to have a resume that's a few pages long. If you are a recent college graduate who's looking for their first job, there's no reason why your resume should be more than 1 or 2 pages. General guidelines. For entry-level positions, so it's your first job, your first real career position, should really only be around 1 page. If you're an experienced professional, generally no more than 2 pages, but you also don't want to cut yourself short. So if you need to go on a 3rd or a 4th page, that's acceptable as long as everything you're putting on there is relevant to what you're applying for. Everything should be the same font. You don't want 5, 6 different types of fonts throughout your resume. Your headings, your name, your descriptions, everything should be the same. Some good fonts: Garamond, Arial, Times New Roman. They're easy to read, they come across nicely. Bad fonts would be Blackmore, Jazz, Rockwell. They're more artsy and they're harder to focus on. Make sure you put your name, your phone number, and your email address on the top of the resume. These days, a lot of employers are more likely to email you than call you, so an email address is really, really important. You want to avoid using nicknames, and you also want to avoid having an unprofessional email address. Generally, your name at yahoo@gmail.com is perfectly acceptable. Using an email address like hotchick123@yahoo.com does not come across professional to most employers. You also want to refrain from using paragraph descriptions. This kind of goes along with the 10-second rule. A recruiter doesn't want to spend a lot of time trying to figure out what it is that you've done, what you have experience in. So bullet points are best and easy to read. Get across your experience, what you know, what you're good at. Guidelines continued. You always want to use proper grammar. If this means using spell check, having a friend or a family member double check your resume when you're done with it, that's a good thing to do. You want to make everything chronological. Most recent employer first, most recent education at the top. We want to see what it is that you've recently had experience with. Try to avoid using personal nouns, I, you, me, etc. Your resume doesn't want to be constant, I did this, I did that, I accomplished this. You want to make it very general. Spell check. If your specialty is maintenance, don't spell maintenance wrong. It doesn't come across very professional, and you're less likely to get an interview or a callback. Research. When you're looking for a position within a company, do your research. You want to know the company. Read through the company objectives, read their mission statement, etc. Most companies nowadays have websites. Go to the website, check it out, see what kind of history they have. That way you know what it is that you're applying to, and you know the company that you're trying to get a position with. You want to read through a job posting first. Make sure you have the qualifications. If so, make sure your resume shows that. If you're applying for a maintenance position, you want your resume to show that you have that experience in maintenance. If you don't have experience in maintenance and it's a position asking for a significant amount of experience, you probably don't want to apply to it because chances are very slim that you will actually get a call back for it. I posted a few example job postings here from the Lockheed Martin website. There are a few different types of resumes that you can do. Chronological. Employers in education are in chronological order from most recent to oldest. This is the best resume to use when looking for a position that most parallels your experience. A functional resume is one that places items in the level of importance rather than chronologically. It highlights what you can do rather than where you have worked. And a mixed resume mixes the two together. It allows to emphasize and pull out key skills while still keeping a detailed work history. References. This day and age, it's not important to put references on your resume. You can always note towards the end of the resume that references are available upon request. You always do want to keep references handy on a separate sheet of paper for a face-to-face interview in case the employer is interested in getting more information from an outside source. Questions?